Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer, and thank you for your statement, Cabinet Secretary, although I must say I don't welcome the statement and the decision to go with the red route. I appreciate it's been a difficult decision, and yes, it's very, very true that congestion at Queen's Ferry is absolutely appalling. I used to have to commute through that interchange every day, and I know from personal experience it's an absolute nightmare. But I don't know that carving a new road across green space between Oakenholt and Kelsterton is the right way to go. It seems to me that the blue route was the better option. I appreciate that it would have caused a lot of disturbance in the Deeside area while it was under construction. But what concerns me about the red route is that effectively you're just moving the bottleneck further west. The problem we've got at Queen's Ferry right now is that you have effectively you have 4 lanes narrowing into 2, all of these different junctions coming off it, and yes, okay, you won't have the additional junction problem at the end of the red route, but you are still going to have 4 lanes of traffic combining into 2 lanes, which is going to create a bottleneck. So I really don't think that the red route is going to solve a lot of problems. I think it's just going to move the problem further west to Northup, between Northup and Holywell. Another thing that concerns me about the decision to adopt the red route is that at the moment, that area that the red route's going to, the new road is going to travel across, that's currently a green zone. It's currently a buffer zone between the settlements of Flintshire and Flint and Baggilt, and Kelsterton, Connors Quay, and that conurbation in the northeast corner of North Wales. It concerns me that with this construction of the new road, there will be encouragement to remove that green barrier entirely, and eventually we'll end up with a conurbation between Flint to Queen's Ferry. Can you assure the people of Flint and Oakenholt and round those areas and Northup that their environment not going to become subsumed eventually into a conurbation? What are you going to do to protect that green space? Another thing that worries me is that I'm all for cooperating with the North West. I'm all for improving links. But we do have to be careful in North Wales, because at the moment we're already starting to become a dormitory for the North West. And I would like to hear what measures you're going to introduce in the future to make sure that North Wales doesn't become a dormitory for the North West and the West Midlands, courtesy of this new route and these improvements. I'm not criticising improving the road system or the metro or the rail network. What I want to know is, have you considered the long-term consequences? How are you going to stop North Wales being turned into a dormitory? How are you going to stop the A55 corridor not becoming from becoming a dormitory for the rest of England? Okay, moving on to the consultation. You mentioned before that it's gone out to consultation. That consultation period was 8 weeks long. To what extent did you publicise that consultation? How many local people knew about the consultation in sufficient time to be able to respond adequately to it? And how many respondents did you actually get, and who were they? And then finally, you've mentioned the £5.5 million that you've invested in the Northern Gateway. I'd be interested to learn how many jobs this money has generated and what sort of jobs they are. Are they higher paid jobs or low paid, or are they full-time or part-time? Thank you.
Cabinet